Hello. Sorry I had to start another live. I don't like doing those timer things. I don't know how to work it. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I still got to practice on how to set my timer because my motherboard was nowhere for me to hit start, and I did not notice that until I went to go try to go hit start, and she was nowhere to be found. So I had to cancel the last live, and put it on this one right here. Um, God bless you all. So I apologize. I am sorry. Hold on, I'm trying to send a link out. Hey, Mama, not having it. God bless you. Thank you for coming in. Um, yeah, this is doing too much. Hold on. I had everything set and ready to go. Everything I did. Hold on, I'm trying to fix my mouse here. So how's everybody Sunday? Sorry, came on. What's wrong? Right? There we go. Yes, glad to see you, Mama. Not having it. I haven't seen you in a minute. You ain't been uploading no videos. How you been doing? It's good to see you today. God bless you. And happy Sunday to you. There will be a panel if anybody want to come up on the panel as well. You are so welcome to come on the panel. But just 1 second, I want to get this link out real quick before I get to talking. Yeah, I just want to know, is it possible for a silent execution? I've been sitting on this right here for a minute now. So I've been had it, a couple links about what I'm getting ready to talk about. So I decided to go ahead and bring it up today. Maybe this is probably a good time to do it, since so much stuff is going on um, this month right here, for the month of January. Okay, I am back now. I am back. Oh, my Sunday was very blessed. Anthony was gone for the whole weekend, so I had a good weekend. I had a good Sunday morning. I was able to relax today. He didn't come home till like about, because he went with his mom yesterday, and then as he left his mom, he went to hey, Beverly, I'm chosen queen, not positive queen. God bless you. That's okay though, because I am positive though. I do speak positive things, rather put it that way. Thank you all for coming in here. Got 8 watching. You can come on in, honey. You don't have to sit back and just watch and see what I'm gonna present. You can come here and come and say hello to everybody. Come and show love to people. God bless you. That's okay. Hey, positive movement. How you doing, sis? Hey, Bodacious. God bless you. Glad you guys all came up in here. God bless all of you. God bless all of you. What you guys think? You guys think a silent execution? You guys think that's possible? That people can do a crime and they have a silent execution? 1 second, you guys. Yep. I'll still hear you guys. Just 1 second. I'm trying to pull another thing up real quick. Real quick. I think it's right here. La 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 la. There she go. Mm-mm. I am sorry, you guys, because I was ready for this, but I had deleted something by accident. Didn't mean to delete it, so I had to pull her back up real quick. So I want to read something when I go through. Okay, I got it right here. Just 1 second. But just be patient with me because I'm not going to show the video of this. I'm just going to let you guys hear the audio. I got 2 audios, and both of the audios are short. One is like 14 minutes long, the other one's like 11 minutes long. Somebody had sent this to me in my inbox, but I'm not going to say who she is or he is unless they allow me to say that they be sending me stuff. Other than that, I'm not going to mention her name. So thank you guys for showing love to each other out there. As you know, today, before I go any farther, today is today I picked 2 new, as you can see, my Nightbot already dropped it out. I picked 2 new people to be in the Nightbot for this coming up. It's coming up next 2 weeks. One lady name is Know Your Own Worth. Um, she drops a lot of stuff down. She talks about a little bit of everything. She's a nice queen. She's very respectful, and she show love and give shout outs to a lot of people as well. She have a lot of good um, stuff that she have on her channel. So go check her out. And if you like what she present, go ahead and show her some love and make sure you let her know that I recommend you guys to go up over there. She is a nice queen. She really is. And also pick Mo Valley, which majority of us in G2G family know who Mo Valley is. But this is for people that don't know Mo Valley, that do come over here and and show me some love like that. So Mo Valley, he's an awesome king. He he's all over here on his YouTube streets all over. He show love to everybody, and he put out some good information as well, along with some nice music and God's word all at the same time. So I know you will love his channel. The ones that do not know Mo Valley, at least go check out his channel and see what his channel about. And if you like what he put out, which I know that you are gonna love his channel, go ahead and hit that link and go show him some love. Okay, so they will be in my Nightbot for the next 2 weeks. Every time I go live, they will pop up. Okay, so every as the 2 weeks is up, and I will pick 2 more other people. Okay, so I just want to make sure I shout that out. Mo Valley and Know Your Own Worth are my 2 ones who I picked out. A very nice king and queen for sure. Okay. Hey, pretty apple, how you doing, sis? God bless you. God bless you. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on. Let you guys listen to this silent execution. Before I let you listen to it, I'm gonna go ahead and read this real quick before I'll let you guys listen to it. Like I said, it's 2 videos I'm gonna let you listen to. I'm not gonna show them. So I'm just gonna play the audio. It says on September the 10th, 2018, George Herbert Walker Bush was indicted on money laundering, conspiracy to violent to the Logan Act, and human trafficking under RICO law. And then it said that under the arrangements made with the Trump administration, he was quietly executed on the evening of November the 30th. Okay, so that's what these two videos it's about. It's about him and McCain. The guy name is who I have inside my description box. You can go watch this video. I'm not going to watch the third video. I'm not going to show because it's an hour long. I'm not going to let you guys listen to because it's an hour long. But go hit his link in my description box, and you will and watch this video and listen to it. You guys listen to it. This stuff right here, I do believe is true. You know what I'm saying? Because so much is going on in this world at this time that they are doing this month right here. They're doing a lot of secret execution with a lot of people for this month right here. So listen to these 2 videos I'm going to play, and I wish I can show them, but I'm not going to show them at all. You know what I'm saying? But I am going to show. I'm going to let you listen to the audio though. Okay, so here we go. This is the first one.
Torah Restoration Ministries. It is Sunday evening, Monday evening, Labor Day, September the 3rd, the 23rd day of the 5th Hebrew month. And I mentioned earlier that I was going to do a YouTube exploring more of the story of the 300 Roman Catholic priests in Pennsylvania that have been indicted for pedophilia. It is a deep, dark hole, and my source did give me a lot of information, but I'm going to actually hold off on that tonight because I got permission, I got the green light to go into another subject that I've been like chomping at the bit to talk about. Hopefully this will quiet some of the trolls out there, but I think it's information that patriots deserve to know, and it's stuff that you're not going to really find anywhere on the internet. This stuff comes directly from high up, and it's not been put out on the internet anywhere. So, first of all, I wanted to add a little bit more clarity to my statements earlier today about why that Intel drop was released and then it was taken back. So I was kind of speculating, to be honest. I was speculating just with what I knew, but my source did give me the go ahead to tell everyone actually what happened. So evidently it was a test. The White Hats wanted to put the information out there and see how people would react. All the while they were planning to take it back. Within the day or two that it was out there. So it was a test run, and they are getting ready to basically drop all of the information, make it all public, put it all out there. That's in the works right now. It should be happening very soon. But that's what it was. It was a test. They wanted to test to see how the public were going to react. So whether you agree with that or not, that's what happened. All right, so I've been given the green light to tell everyone why McCain's death. He was executed. He was allowed to basically commit suicide, kill himself at a certain time, but it was an execution, a forced suicide, if you will, as Q suggested when he said suicide weekend, on the weekend that McCain died. So people have asked, well, why was it hidden? Why did we have to have the flags lowered to half mast, and why did Trump have to go along with it, and why have we had these like ongoing funerals and Bush Jr. and Obama and Clinton and all these high-profile people just gushing eulogies over McCain when we know what a filthy, rotten, wicked pedophile protector that he was. So since my channel is geared toward exposing pedophiles and those who protect pedophiles, I really wanted to make this video because McCain did protect a pedophile child sex trafficking that is still operating in Arizona to this day. Hopefully Trump is going to get that shut down. But McCain aided and abetted that child sex trafficking ring. So he is, to me, that's the worst thing he ever did. I know he did a lot of other horrible things, but to allow who knows how many thousands upon hundreds of thousands of children that were abused in Arizona with that Luciferian child sex trafficking ring operating in that state, that's just unconscionable. So here's the reason why Trump and the White Hats allowed McCain to have this really nice funeral, and why it was not revealed to the general public what actually happened to him. So if you remember, I made a video about this back when McCain died, and I had speculated that the reason was because McCain gave this important intel to Trump that would incriminate other high-profile people that Trump's going after, and so in exchange for that, Trump allowed him to have this nice death and have his legacy intact. And people sort of reacted and said, "Well, that doesn't sound right. Why would Trump, make a deal like that, even if it was to get incriminating information?" And then Q has said things about how some things have to remain buried to preserve the republic. And I was like, well, why? Why can't we know? Well, here's the reason. And I have been given the green light to talk about this. So McCain was deeply involved with the Taliban before 9/11. And then after 9/11, he was deeply involved with ISIS. So that's his history. The whole Bush CIA government that was operating back in the 90s and 2000s, they, of course, and a lot of you probably already know this, they wanted the poppy fields in Afghanistan, and they were about to make a deal with the Taliban, and then the Taliban said, "No, screw you, we don't like that deal, so you can't have our poppy fields." So then the Bush CIA government said, "Well, we're going to show you who's boss." So they went ahead with the help of McCain and others. They orchestrated 9/11. It was an inside job with the full knowledge of George W. Bush and Bush Sr. and McCain and people like that, the neocons. And so they staged that. It was an inside job, and it was all so that they could invade Afghanistan and take over the poppy fields. And also they wanted to build a pipeline through Afghanistan as well. So, and of course, since we've invaded that country, we have taken full control over the drugs and the poppy fields and all that good stuff in Afghanistan. So if Trump were to announce to the world that McCain was put on trial, convicted of all his crimes, protection of pedophilia, whatnot, and then he was executed or basically allowed to kill himself on a certain date, which was pretty much execution by suicide, then what would happen is that all of the ways in which McCain was connected to the Bush CIA government that orchestrated 9/11 would then come out, because all the people that are loyalists to McCain would basically say, okay, if you're going to do that, we're going to then expose all the connections to the American government and how they orchestrated 9/11, and we're going to make sure that this proof and evidence comes out, and so then the government itself will be implicated in 9/11. Well, Trump and the White Hats have decided that they don't think the American public has enough discernment to realize that the current Trump administration government is very different from the Bush CIA government that has essentially run the government since the assassination of JFK. Bush Sr. was deeply involved in assassinating JFK. So they don't think the American public would be able to make that discernment. And so because of that, the American public would get so angry and upset with the government, thinking that basically the present government is just the same as the government back then, at orchestrating 9/11, and with all the evidence pointing toward the government being implicated in that, it basically caused like a civil war or a massive uprising or whatnot, because the American public wouldn't be able to discern the difference between the Trump government of today and the Bush CIA government of 2001. So that's why Trump decided not to allow McCain's true death and execution to be known. And that's why Q said some things have to be buried in order to preserve the republic. So whether you agree with that or not, that's what they have determined. They have determined that the American public would not be able to handle the truth on that. So that is why McCain has been given this elaborate hoax of a death in terms of, you know, his legacy and how wonderful a hero he was. You know, that's why. So what are my thoughts? I tend to think that Trump is probably making the right decision. I mean, he's a smart guy. He has, I think, like 160 IQ or something. He's really smart. He knows a lot more than I do, and the people around him know a lot more than I do. If they think that it would cause the fabric of this nation to rip apart if all this came out to light, then he's probably right. And so that they probably did have to basically give McCain this, you know, glorious death in order to keep all of that buried. Now, will the facts about McCain eventually come to light once the American public is more ready to accept that, you know, the government from yesteryear is not the same as now? Yeah, I mean, probably. So I would assume that the stuff about McCain's actual legacy will come to light eventually, but not now. I mean, you think about it, Trump is trying to take down the Luciferian pedophile ring, not just in the nation, but worldwide. He's trying to take down this CIA-run trafficking cabal that does this child sex trafficking, and he is trying to take it down. He will take it down. That's what he's in the midst of doing. He can't be doing that and then also be worrying about the populace wanting to overthrow the government because they realized the government was implicated in 9/11, which is what would come to light if they expose McCain. So that's the reason. So I hope that puts to rest all these trolls that, you know, say that we're kooky for saying that McCain actually was executed. He was executed by forced suicide. That absolutely happened. But again, you know, people that watch my video, you're probably awake enough to be able to accept that and understand that. But the general public is not. And so that's why it has to be basically kept under wraps. So that's just the way it is, you know, like it or not. All right, so I just want to make this video to explain all that. Hopefully this does explain it. And hopefully, you know, at least those who are watching will be able to, you know, understand that this guy McCain, he protected pedophiles, he aided and abetted pedophiles, and you know, thank God he was executed. He was an evil guy. And by the way, there's not going to be any more deals. There's no more deals. So we're not going to have this happen again. When these other high-profile arrests go down, they're not going to be hidden. Okay. So get ready. All right, this is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries. Website is spiritandtorah.com. Shalom, shalom.
Okay, shout out to him. Thank him for bringing that forth. And this is one more. This is it's like about only like about 14 or 15 minutes long, and she kind of, you know, saying the same thing as well. So and they both got it from the guy, the very first guy that put it out. Is that David guy who I got into my description box. So make sure you guys hit his link, because he really go deep into it and tell you guys a whole lot of more stuff. Like I said, his is like an hour long. So you got, you know, you can watch that on your own time. So I just dropped his link in my description box for you guys go listen to him. And he got more other stuff up in there about, you know, survival and stuff like that. So stuff is going to happen, you guys. You guys got to be ready and be prepared. Okay, and this lady right here, name is M. Mitchell, the sheeple pleaser. I think that's how you pronounce her. So this who her.
Exposing some information that no one else is reporting, especially not on YouTube. Now, I don't believe the government has been shut down because of the war. I think that was a front, okay, for what's really going on. Now, what I have been able to find out due to someone sending me, and shout out to my subscriber for sending this out. They did not give me permission to give them names, so I'm not going to do that. But I was able to find out certain information due to David Zubik's channel. If you have not subscribed to this gentleman, please go ahead and do so. Very, very powerful in the information that he presents.
Mm-hmm.
George H.W. Bush, we know, recently passed away, but he did not die of natural causes. According to my reports, or the reports that I received, allegedly George Bush was assassinated. He was executed by the military. All right, let me just read the report that I have, and then I'll go into the information that I got from David Zubik's channel. Okay, now this particular article, I will leave it in the description box as I do everything else. Please understand, I have gotten this information from the deep web. After I had gotten the information, or I had read the video on David Zubik's channel, after I had listened to that video, I went to the dark web in order to back up what exactly he was saying, and I was able to back that up. Okay, so this is not alleged. This is truth on the majority of the things that are being stated. Now, George H.W. Bush executed by military tribunal. This is from Gumshoe News, which can only be found, to my knowledge, on the deep web. That's why sometimes some of the articles that I put out that I find on the deep web, you guys might have issues opening it up. Okay, you might have to download a Tor browser in order to get this information like I do. So we heard the reports that Senator John McCain was executed by order of a military tribunal. On October 9th of 2018, G5 wrote, McCain was questioned by the military. He lived up to his code name of Songbird, but had nothing to offer beyond what was already known. He was subsequently executed, the Espionage Act, military tribunal, by lethal injection, well hidden by the issue of age and illness and chemotherapy. G5 has called me an hour ago, okay? Now, please keep in mind, I am reading from an article, informing me that George H.W. Bush was also executed by military tribunal. His CIA code name was Timberwolf, derived from mongrel dog, and also called Poppy for saving the poppy fields in Afghanistan. I asked about his source. He indicated that it was direct from the original. He is going to write it up in more detail soon, but this is what he told me on the phone. George H.W. Bush was indicted and charged on August 10th of 2018 on money laundering, conspiracy to violate the Logan Act, human trafficking, and racketeering under the RICO Act. He pleaded guilty. The backup charges were his involvement in the assassination of JFK and Project Hammer, also known as 9/11. The 9/11 charge involved the estimated 240 billion covert government securities that were to mature on the 12th of September of 2001. President Trump signed the executive order allegedly saying, God may have mercy on him, we will not. There was a plea bargain where the former president wanted to maintain his dignity and legacy. Trump withheld the release of the full JFK files, naming GHWV, implicating the CIA and James Angleton. Dov Zakheem orchestrated 9/11, which was executed by chemical means in hospital on November the 30th of 2018, based on his guilty plea. Both McCain and the former president were not to be buried at Arlington. He was buried on December the 5th. G5 mentioned that Senator Lindsey Graham, who used to be aligned with Senator McCain, was also indicated earlier, but pardoned. He changed to support Trump. What was significant is that during the confirmation hearings of Brett Kavanaugh, he questioned Kavanaugh about military tribunals. Kavanaugh answered that they are constitutionally valid. There are reports leaking that Bush Sr. committed suicide over the possible release of JFK files, but G5 says this is incorrect. There was much more to our conversation with regard to Guantanamo Bay being vacant and being repurposed, that Walmart prisons built by Obama have been taken over, that Seth Rich was about to leak information about pedophiles, and that the DHS will report on voter fraud on December the 21st of 2018. G5 said many other people are going to face justice, but only one will have a public trial. John Brennan, the anti-Trump American intelligence official who served as the director of the CIA from March 2013 to January of 2017. He will have a public trial, and if convicted, he will be hanged. Well, that's the conversation. Now, there's also been an update as of December 9th of 2018 by G5. I heard that some find it difficult to believe that McCain and GHWB were executed. As I told D, the audience is specifically for deep state. Others don't understand it. They will suggest, what is the point of killing a dying person? The point is, they cannot escape by retiring, resigning, or living out. What they have done remains, and their families are also demonized. The audience is specifically for deep state. The swift military tribunal and immediate execution avoids the billions and endless criminal court circuses. No, it is not justice or denial of rights. If they did not do what is put down and can explain, fine. They don't need lawyers to craft responses or find blockages to process. None of this is borderline. Military act on overwhelming real evidence. They are not a criminal jurisdiction. Deep state became terrified after they were made aware of McCain, now GHWB, and others. Tony Podesta was executed not for pedophilia, but for being involved in supplying and aiding enemy combatants. Good old stupid puppets, GWB and Obama, who you black folk love so goddamn much and jumping down my throat over, and Obama provided the tools now used by Trump. Public servants offering different views to official reports are fired. There was one this week. I can't remember the details of the event. Whistleblowers are criminalized or commit suicide. Many flipped on their cohorts, including the Obama-pardoned HRC. Military will find other activities outside the pardon, or could, interestingly, deny the pardon. SCOTUS will uphold that decision if asked. After all, Obama was not constitutionally president at the time of, say, a vacancy of the position, and former vice president is a pedophile. But more importantly, has aided enemy combatants with Kerry and their sons. I am writing this up, including the attempted murder of Melania in Scotland recently, and who were taken out as a consequence. Trump has now agreed to the release of rendition terms or teams. It is a process. They are acting now. I am aware. Brennan, CIA director, saying Trump as president should be removed by force, gets him hung. No discount, no misunderstanding, no sorry. One simple question. McCain delivering arms and funds to ISIS, Al-Qaeda, etc. in Syria were declared enemy combatants of the U.S. at war from 3 days after 9/11. Had him dead. No discounts, nothing to say. Logan, Hatch, Rico, Patriot, FISA, etc. are only decorations. GHWB was indicted, and Trump held the correct file on JFK. The plea deal of Cole Timberwolf, the Mongrel Dog, was that he died with his dignity and legacy, that he was honored. I plan on destroying that goddamn legacy. 2019 will be an interesting year. The 30% of government occupied by deep state is shrinking. The century plus of what occurred, about which I am writing with new material, is interesting. Okay? Now that right there was an article from Gumshoe News, and I will have the article in the description box. Those of you that do not have the deep web, please download a Tor browser, because unfortunately, anytime I put up a link to an article that I got from the deep web, people have trouble opening it. I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to read the link. How you open it, that's up to you. Okay? Now, I'm going to read a report from David Zubik's channel. Okay? I don't have any description box in here as far as, excuse me, I'm not going to show any clips from the channel. I don't do that. But what I will do is I will read the link of the video that I got this particular information from, that I am now about to read, so that you guys can go and read it for yourself or listen to it for yourself in order to get more detail. Now it states, all military were called to a meeting okay, from all levels of the government in November 28th in Columbia, South Carolina, okay? Now, it also states that Bush was indicted on September 10th for violating the RICO Act, human trafficking, and took a plea deal in order to save his dignity. In other words, they made it seem as if he died by natural causes in order to save his dignity from telling people exactly what it was that he had done wrong, okay? Now, John McCain was allegedly also executed for treason on 8/25. McCain organization that he had was allegedly used to launder money for child trafficking in collusion with the Obama and Clinton administration. I don't like Obama. I don't like Obama. I never did. Y'all love and y'all praise this man because he was black. No other reason that you have. He's black. Stay on code, M. Well, he's involved with child trafficking allegedly. So stay on code with what? You agree with him? Trafficking children? That's okay with you because he's black? Y'all check goddamn emotions and look at the truth. Okay? Now, it also states that Senator Lindsey Graham was once a hardcore supporter of McCain, and he actually switched his support to Trump after finding out what was going on, and he actually brought up the military tribunals of what may or may not occur. Now, apparently, these people are being held at Gitmo, okay, and Gitmo was supposed to be apparently for foreigners who committed crimes against the government, but they've done a whole overhaul of Gitmo. And apparently now it looks like a Club Med type situation. Now, it's stated that Trump will release the FISA documents if the Democrats try to impeach him. Now, there are only 2 countries that have a problem with him releasing these FISA documents because they state that it might implicate their government levels, okay, of being involved in child trafficking. And those 2 countries are the UK and Australia. They are against the release. And also, apparently, the Bush and Clinton dynasty will be exposed if he exposes these documents. All right. Now, you have heard it here for the second time. David Zubik was actually the one to put this on blast. I am the second one. I have seen no one else talk about this on YouTube. I believe that is why the government has been shut down. Okay, I believe it has been shut down because apparently they're supposed to start these military tribunals as of January the 1st. Okay, and I believe that is the real reason why the government has been shut down in order to get these things on and popping, so to speak. Okay, so those of you that hate Trump so much, now I question these celebrities that are hating Trump so much. There is no way that they are in the upper echelons and are not aware of what is going on. So that means to me that they are supporting this child trafficking. They are supporting this money laundering by going against Trump. Because honestly, I have never seen a president in history allow a Rothschild to be indicted. Since President Trump has been in office, a Rothschild, for the first time in history, has been indicted for child sex trafficking. And I guarantee you one thing else. If YouTube demonetizes this video, they are also involved. And that is my goddamn word for today. Stay on cold with that shit. Holla at me.
All right now. She spoke it, you know, the truth is starting to come up. It's starting to, you know, come through, you guys. You guys stay focused, you know what I'm saying? Listen what's going on around this world, you know what I'm saying? Because this stuff it's starting to come out. It's starting to come out. God is pulling masks off. God is tired. God is tired. And he's pulling them off. One by one. But I'm gonna call Michelle because she know a lot about what's going on with this. Like I said, it's been in my inbox for a couple of weeks now. I just really, you know, didn't want to touch it. But people need to know what's going on in this world. Okay, Michelle, if you listen, I'm getting ready to call you right now. She's not able to get on it. She don't know how to get on the panel, you guys. But so I'm going to go ahead and give her a call so you guys can hear what she got to say. I sent you the link, Daryl. Michelle, you hear your phone ringing?
Hello?
Hi, Michelle.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm so glad somebody is on my level.
Yeah, somebody.
It's crazy.
Yeah, somebody sent this to me, and I've been looked at it and stuff like that, but I was kind of scared to touch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm finna go ahead and touch this because there's too much going on. Too much going on.
It is.
A lot going on. So I'm so glad you came in my live, in my chat. I was so glad to see you spoke on it and said it was true. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome because it's
too
not
much going on right now. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear her? Put a 1 if you can hear her in the live. Can you guys hear Michelle?
See, my grandbaby be crying.
Yeah, but yes, they can hear you.
Here she go. Yes.
They can hear. They can hear you. Hey, King, how you doing, King? I got Michelle Halbert on my phone. She's not able to get on the panel because she don't know how, King. So I did call her because she know a lot of what's going on. Those 2 links I just sent you that you looked at earlier. This talking about.
Tell her what she needs to do is download the Google. Does she have Google Hangouts? The Google Hangouts app?
She don't know how to do it at all.
Oh, okay. All you have to do is download the app. That's
They can hear. They can hear.
You can download the Google Hangouts app, and then you'll send Chosen Queen your email, and then she'll send you the link, and you click on the link, and then it'll open up. Now, when you do it, I suggest you close out your YouTube and just go straight to the Hangouts, because if you try to watch the chat and try to use it at the same time. Now, I know when you try to do it on the phone, it's a bad echo, but it's not like that when I don't know if it's like that when you do the laptop or not, but I know that's the way you do it.
Okay, but I you know what, I have to ask my 18-year-old. She knows more about this. Is she at work right now?
Okay, that's fine. You're fine right here on the phone. You can just go ahead and talk, dear. They can hear you in the chat.
Yes, I'm glad you on the same level as what I've been seeing lately. There's too much going on.
So how you find out?
It was about us loving each other nowadays. We got to start sticking together. I can't talk because of her. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you loud and clear.
Every time I get ready to talk, my granddaughter's going to start crying.
Oh, okay.
But thank God that I came across you, because you see what I'm saying. Now, are you familiarized with Gitmo?
No, I'm not. That SG that you was typing in. No, what is that? Cause I really.
That's where they are. That's the jail.
Oh.
That's the jail that is on the island in Guatemala, something like that.
Oh, okay.
That's where they all going. Listen, everybody is not going to be arrested all at one time. It's little by little, but they're all going there.
That was she was speaking on just now, wasn't it? She spoke on that. She spoke on that 5G just now on that audio I just played.
Oh yeah, that 5G. Oh my God, please, y'all. I need to go to the town council, because I'm living in another state than you. I need to let them know we don't need no towers, because they're gonna be surrounded. I do good with the 2Gs I got on my phone.
So how you find out? So how you find out about all this? Because it's not on the internet until
it is. It's on the internet, and plus researching.
Oh, okay. Because those only two.
I can't think of the lady's name. She's one of them too. I have to start doing some writing. So when I talk to y'all, I can give you the information that I've been finding out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one lady named that who I just got through playing, her name was hold on.
McAllister?
Not David. Nope. Hold on. No, her name was M. Mitchell, the anti sheeple pleaser.
Yeah, you're right. She's good too. And there's McAllister.
No, I never heard of that one. I just heard of her and the one man I just played, that David guy, David Zublik. Mm-hmm. Yep, and that the first one I play, I can't pronounce his name, but you guys spell it. He spelled it like this, you guys, on his YouTube. It's DNAJLION7. That's the name of his YouTube channel, the one I just got through playing as well. Those are the only three that I heard that was speaking on this right here. And like I said, David, you guys make sure you go listen to his video. I dropped in my link. He go real deep in it. I mean, deep. He talks about it. He talks about it all. Obama, the Clintons, the Bush.
Yeah, they all going down.
They all. And she just said, didn't you just say like 72 people is going to get indicted?
70,000 indictments is out.
Yeah, okay, 70,000.
And I'm going to tell you something. The martial law, I'm going to tell you now, everybody should just hang on, because this is not really for us. It's just going to be a whole bunch of chaos going down because of these indictments that's going out. If anything, it's really, they ain't going to be trying to get us, but they're going to protect us because of the evil ones that have been doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to hold on and keep God the head of our life and just keep it going and live day by day.
Right.
And stay with each other. Let's just communicate with one another, love each other.
And number one thing, people need to get a relationship with God so they can be covered in the blood.
That's right. That's right.
So what you got to say about this, King Daryl?
No, I disagree. Like we had that live on Chosen, and I disagree with Queen Sands because I don't believe that there is a space program. I don't believe that there are actually satellites in space. And I told that to Chosen before that if we had a space program, if we had satellites in space, then the way these millionaires are, they would always want to televise their shuttles going up in space. There'd be maintenance on these satellites. You'd actually have people. There'd be so many jobs. You understand the jobs that would be available? We would never have unemployment because there would be people going up to space. They'd be trained to go up to space to work on satellites. They'd be trained. All the satellites that we have out there, because from what they've seen, we've had satellites up there for 30 years. So if we had satellites for 30 years, how come you don't know anybody that's ever worked on a satellite? How come you don't know anybody that's been in that program whatsoever? Because not only government people would not work on private industry. They would not work on private industry unless it was funded through the government and some private program. But I'm telling you, Virgin Mobile wouldn't be having a contract with the government where astronauts will work on its satellite. You see what I'm saying? And those satellites don't fix themselves, and then we're supposed to believe that there's some kind of robotic agent going up there fixing everything. So I believe truly that we are in a firmament. I believe that there's possible that there is something underground. Like I know they built like an underground layer. Well, for what I've researched, that they built an underground layer where people go, and there's a little bit of and the cloning program is in effect. I mean, cloning's been around since the 90s. So I'm not too see the problem that I have with the politics of what we look at on these news programs is these people are all connected with the bloodlines. They're all connected with the Rothschilds. They're connected with there was another family too that I'm trying to remember. But Bushes and they're all interconnected. That's why when Trump first went in office, he had a special session with the with all of the heads of the House and the Senate. You know, that was to get him aware of what they were running and what they were doing. Now, I don't believe necessarily that, you know, a lot of people believe that he's a maverick and he's going against what their agenda is, and I believe that he's just going along with their agenda and not against it. So I mean, you know, we've been talking about indictments on Obama and the Clintons for a while, especially as far as Pizzagate, pedophilia. It is one of the particular crimes that we don't really focus on. You know, children go, as usual, children go missing every year. And hundreds of children, thousands of children go missing every year. But we never focus on that. We're focusing our money to appropriate border security when we don't spend any money as far as investigation on missing children. Where are these children? We have no idea. And when we find out about a case, it's usually years and years behind. Like we'll find out about some murders that a serial killer has committed that may have been related to these kids, and these crimes are 10 to 20 years old. So all I would ask anybody to do is to do your research and understand that there's counterintelligence going on. Information, because some information is not conducive to what you want to what we want to focus on, what the truth is really focused on. Like there'll be actually want to do any information might be on this relevant in the in our particular investigation. But I'm glad to see that there are people out here researching, and I'm glad that people out here trying to find the truth, because we have a lot of nonsense going on and stuff that's going on for no reason. I mean, I see a lot of people on YouTube that aren't using their time to actually investigate the truth. You know, go further with the truth. You know, we've got sidetracked on attacking each other rather than attacking what we need to find out, which is what is going to help us. And we also get stronger in our faith and stronger in the Bible. We need to find out, we need to be able to, because the Bible helps us with our faith to strengthen us to find out about the truth. Because the devil is going to find ways to lead us away from what we really need to know. Because, hello? Are everybody there?